Well, hey guys, it's Annie Noodle, and guess what? It snowed! Yay! So, we're gonna start off this video with a few wintry scenes for us all to enjoy. Yes, I did let this giant thistle grow in my backyard. I bet my neighbors love me. Anyways, it's a beautiful day in the snow. Except I shoveled a lot and my back hurts. Anyways, so let's paint. I hope you guys are doing really awesome. I am in a super great mood. My mom and my sister came to visit today, and my best friend Alan and I and my mom and my sister just spent the day eating good food and putting together a puzzle, and it was an awesome day. Yeah, and the puzzle my sister picked out and brought was like just a bunch of different monsters. So, yeah, it was really fun to put it together. It was good to have a day with the fam and also Alan, who I consider my family. So, yeah. So, this painting I am painting is a couple of deer. Yay! I hope you could tell that already. I saw this reference photo a couple years ago. And then I found a frame that I was like, ooh, I like this frame. And I have this little piece of, this is clayboard. Then it fits into the frame perfectly. And so it's been in my head to do this for years now. And as I've mentioned, Vlogmas seems to be a good time for me to take on old projects that have just been languishing. I maybe tomorrow, as in probably today when you see this, I will just do a quick little video of all of the projects that are languishing in my to-do bucket. I feel like it's good for me to go through that once in a while, just to like hold myself accountable and remind myself like, oh, look at all the stuff that you want to work on. And then maybe I'll be able to pull some out of there and be like, you know what, I am different now than when I put this in my pile of things I want to work on. So I would rather work on other projects and take these projects out of it. Anyways, so yeah, maybe that will be a video soon. So that seems like a good year-end thing to do. I don't know if you can hear Tiny yowling in the background. She's been super chatty since everybody left. So I have 3 cats, and Tiny, she's odd. So I have one cat that will come out no matter who is here, and then he'll see what's up, and then sometimes he hangs out with us, and sometimes he goes and, chills out with the other cats and doesn't want to be bothered. And then sometimes he will hang out with us all day long. And so here he is in a box that he definitely does not actually fit in, and he just hung out there and watched us put together puzzles and got pets and drank water. And if you see in the background, there's like a glass of water. That is his water. It's not our water. He drinks water out of glasses all the time. That's just, he's definitely a character. So that's him. And then I have 2 other cats. I have another black cat, and she is very skittish. She's my most skittish cat. And then I have Tiny, who you guys see in my videos all the time because she can't leave me alone for 5 minutes to do anything. And she's my calico. And I call her my cat ambassador because she used to just no matter who came in the door would run up and want to see what they were up to and say hi. And she honestly does this thing where her way of greeting you is go meow and then just jump at your face and expect you to catch her so that she can give you snuggles. And that is what Tiny does. And she still does that to people who come over enough for her to know who they are. But I don't know, it's like she got shy. Yeah. I don't know why exactly, but she got a little bit more shy, and now she she still usually comes out after when people show up, and then it calms down a little bit. She usually comes out eventually. Yeah. You guys, this painting was such a trust the process painting. I put this big stroke of red on this deer, and I was like, oh, this is really just gonna be a mess, and I don't know how to deal with it. Yeah, hi, Tiny. I know you can hear her now because she's right in my face. Yeah, so, it was hard for me to push past these like initial paint strokes. Like, I was really nervous about painting this. And I painted this all in one session. It just took me like, I don't know, a couple hours. So, yeah. And that's good and bad because it's good to just get it done. Like, it's nice to just, these smaller paintings, I don't want to spend 5 days on them. And, like, I just want to, do a quick painting for fun. And, like, now it's done. And I feel like I accomplished something. And usually I can look at the painting and go, oh, that's nice. I like that painting. Yeah, but the problem with that is that, like, you don't get to, like, have that time where you get to back off and look back on what you've done the next day and go, oh, I like these parts and I don't like these parts. Yeah. And if your memory is anything like mine, in your mind it gets horrible, more and more horrible, horrible. And then you come back the next day and you're like, oh, this isn't so bad, actually. I kind of like this. I have a few paintings that I do that with every single time I think of them. One of them is like my librarian's assistant. Every time I'm like, oh, that thing is just, I should just redo it because I don't like it. And then I go to look at it and I'm like, oh, you know what? That's actually kind of cute. I actually like that. Yeah, I'm not going to repaint that. That painting is done. I'm moving on with my life. Yeah, so, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but you can see the paint tubes in a lot of these shots. So I was using the Turner acrylic gouache, just the white and a yellow. And then I was using my only 4 tubes of the Holbein acrylic gouache that I have, which is like a red and a pink, and then like 2 different types of really light green. And that's like my favorite color combination, that like red and pink and either a light green or a light blue. And honestly, that one of those greens looks pretty blue to me. So, and that's a fine line, This is the part where I'm painting this deer's face and it's starting to look like a creepy alien. Yeah, that's fine. Oh my gosh, it's looking at me. I can't handle it. Yeah, and it's probably great. It helps a lot that it's got creepy red eyes, and I just drew a weird mustache on it. I wonder what I'm up to. I don't know. Like I said, trust the process. And this painting, like, there are a lot of spots in here where I was like, okay, this is not ever there's no way this is gonna turn out the way I want it to. And it did. I absolutely love it. Another thing you might notice as you're watching me paint this is that I didn't put down anything underneath this panel, and so now there's acrylic paint on my desk, so I'll have to clean that up at some point. Or I won't, and I'll just leave it, and you'll just get to see it in my videos forever. So, and then you can be like, hey, I remember when you painted those deer. You still have yellow paint on your desk because you never cleaned it up. And I'll be like, nope, I didn't because I'm too busy and I forgot. Ha ha. So, like a lot of people, like my next 2 weeks are pretty slow. I don't have time off at work, but it is pretty slow at work. So I'm not, it's going to be kind of a mellow couple of weeks. So hopefully I'll get to catch up on a lot of projects. Possibly some of the ones that we were just talking about that are in my project pile. That's just another reason that we should look at my project pile this weekend and see what's in there and see what I can get rid of. I'm even thinking of a couple things in there that I've looked at recently and been like, I should probably just not ever finish this. I should just move on from this thing. And then there's a couple things in there that I definitely want to do. Why doesn't this one look creepy? That one just looks like a cute little baby deer with glowing red eyes. Isn't it friendly? No, but seriously, that one doesn't creep me out. I don't know why the baby looks okay to me and the adult. I mean, it's probably those little white dots that I left in there. Totally, definitely on purpose and not at all just because I was painting sloppily. I would never do that. For sure. I just realized there's one big project that I need to work on, and I need to start tomorrow. Because I need to give it to somebody as their Christmas present next Saturday. I haven't started it. Also, it is 9:45 at night, and that's officially past Annie's bedtime, so I'm getting a little bit goofier than usual even. Yeah. It is what it is. And I'm in such a good mood, it just doesn't bother me that I got nothing to say, and I just kind of want to sing weird songs about my cats and watch myself paint this painting that I ended up really liking. Okay, and so there you can see all of the tubes of paint that I use in this painting. There are only 6 of them. And that is because I am trying to practice only using a very limited palette, because it makes your paintings feel more cohesive, and it's honestly just less stressful. Like, when you have 50 colors and you have to make decisions, it's a lot harder to do that. At least to me. Some people really like that. And there are definitely times that I'm like, man, I just want like 50 colors and I want to slap them all over this canvas and it's going to look awesome. And I get really excited about it. But this was not one of those times. I had this painting in mind since I bought those 4 tubes of Holbein gouache. I wanted to paint this painting. And so now I'm putting in leaves. And so they're very directional, obviously, and I did that on purpose. I really like having that like left to right diagonal flow in my paintings. Not always, but yeah, I like it when the background has movement to it like this, like a directional movement. Yeah. Which I guess up and down is also a direction, but you know what I mean. Anyways. So yeah, this color, that like, it even says it's ice green. That it definitely looks like a blue to me, but that's okay. I will admit that mixing the dark greens in this was really hard with just these 6 tubes of paint, and I spent a lot of time messing around and trying to get things to look contrasty enough. Yeah, it took a minute. Okay, and so another reason that I had an awesome day and I'm really in a great mood is that Miranda Watson over at Alkali Creek Art, who is a friend of mine, she sent me like a little care package, and it's so awesome and I'm really excited. And like one of the things in it is a project that we're going to start working on together, and we're going to do like a little collaboration in January, and I am really excited about it. I love Miranda. She is such a nice lady, such a good friend. So I know that everybody who listens to this has already seen her channel. Otherwise, I'd be like, you should check out her channel. But if you haven't gone to Alkali Creek Art, you definitely should. I will say it anyways, even though I know all of you guys already know who Miranda is. So this is something I really debated with myself on, is putting in these branches. Actually, I did a lot of internal debating while I was painting this thing, and I edited a lot of it out, but there's a lot of like, you can see me hesitating before I actually make brush strokes, which is something I don't do with watercolors, but I tend to do a lot with acrylics. And especially when I'm painting from reference like this is I'm like looking at the reference and trying to decide, how do I want to interpret this part of the reference? Because I'm not obviously painting realistically here. But I do still want to like capture like the light in this picture is why I wanted to paint it, because these deer were like really backlit and they were like standing under some dark trees, and then like behind them is this like really bright light, and it was a really cool painting that photograph that I'm pretty sure I got from the Facebook group that I'm a part of that's called like Free Reference Photos for Artists. Yeah, I love it, and the people in there are awesome. Yeah, super great group, and I know I've talked about them a zillion times before, and I'll talk about them a zillion times more because I have gotten so many really beautiful reference photos from there. And that's so helpful, not just for painting like a full painting like this, but like a lot of like when I was doing dragon research, I got those pictures from that Facebook group. So, yep, I love it. Also, I don't know if it's because I'm old or what, but like Facebook is like my mood. Like people really tried hard to get me to start doing like TikToks and like have a TikTok account, and I'm like, no, I just cannot. I mean, like, if that is a thing that you like to do, awesome. But I am a long form video girl. That's just how I am. And I have been thinking about starting to do more shorts again because I think those can be fun sometimes. But I'm willing to do those because I like YouTube. And so I'll make shorts for YouTube just because I can. So this is one of the parts of the painting that I'm not sure that I really did as well as I would like to, and that's the light coming through the tail of the deer. Like it just didn't, and that's obviously it's not done here yet. Oh no! I got a leak. So this is, I think it's a Princeton Select or a Princeton Velvet Touch. It's a synthetic brush and it definitely dumps water, and after that, I got like a bunch more blobs of water on this painting, and then I was like, ugh, and then I just had to wipe it every single time I used it after that. Yeah, not fun. So here I have started doing kind of some cross hatching, not really cross hatching, just hatching. And it was in my head, I was like, I want to show shadow and I want to show like the texture of fur. So it's kind of like, I mean, obviously when it's painting this size, this is not the actual size of fur. I just wanted to get some like little hatchy kind of fur vibes going on in my painting. And also like do more like shadows and light. And also I like drawing little hatch lines. I think it's really fun. And I think it looks cool, like, when it's done. This is definitely another one of those, like, trust the process parts, is I was like, man, this looks like just a hot mess right now. And it really, it really does. I can laugh at it now because I think it turned out good, but, oh, and then I got to paint the dots on the baby deer, and, like, that was so much fun, guys, like... I love when you get to see baby deer in the wild and they've got those spots on them. They just look so cute. I've actually seen, and I think I've only seen it once, where like there was like a doe and she had two babies. Because, I mean, like it happens, but it's not super common. Yeah. And like they were just so cute and they both had spots still. And they just, wandering across the road in front of my car. That's where you usually see deer, is when they're like, in danger and endangering your life, I have seen moose too. I am, Minnesotan, and so I have been up north and almost hit a moose with my car more than once, and that's actually really terrifying because they are ginormous animals. And most of the cars that I've owned in my life have been very small, and so I know that like if I did hit a moose, like I would be flattened by the giant moose, and then the moose would honestly probably walk away because their bones are made of titanium. I'm hoping I get to see more moose this year. I haven't seen them for a long time now, because I have a couple of art fairs that I'm hoping to do at least that are up north, like way up north, in a small town named Ely, Minnesota. There's one in the spring and one in the fall. I gotta get to applying to these things. Like, I always apply to stuff super late, and I don't get in because of that. So I started putting in little bits of that ice green, that like light bluey greeny color, just to like bring the background into the foreground a little bit, and because I think it's fun to have those little color dots. They're just, I mean, they're already red deer. I can do whatever I want, and you can't stop me. Also, I just wanted to say, I know that, like, my camera in my phone does not deal well with certain colors, and it seemed to really be struggling while I was painting this. So yeah, sorry about all the weird color shifts. I mean, I tried to minimize them as much as possible, but it happens. Yeah, and so now I'm putting in grass, which was actually kind of hard because, like I said, mixing colors with just those few colors was actually really hard to do to get contrast in. Yeah, and so I kind of ended up like, oh, in this spot, I'm going to put some green grass, and in this spot, I'm going to put some yellow grass. Because that's like, yeah, they were kind of like up past the point of a hill. Oh, and so this is the end of the painting, or the end of the video. It's also the end of the painting. I mean, the painting's finished now, so, oh, there's a color shift. There we go. Yeah, so you guys let me know what you think of these deer. I'm really happy with them, like I said. And this is the frame I wanted to put them in, and so you guys let me know what you think of this frame, because I'm not sure I like it anymore, but I have to think about it. So yeah, I'd like to know what you guys think, and hopefully I'll have time to get a video out tomorrow. Otherwise, Monday I'll see you, and have a good weekend. Bye bye.